Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to our next community spotlight with SIlkyC. How are you,
Heyo.
my dear?
I am good. How are you?
I am amazing. Thank you so much for
Yay.
joining me today. We're going
Of
to chat
course.
all about you and your community and fundraising with your community as well. It's going to be a nice convo today. And if y'all don't know who I am, I'm Ashley, or also known as Miss Ash Rocks. I'm Tiltify's community manager. I get to chat with amazing creators like Silky C and do all their fun community events. So, enough about me. We're going to throw it to Silky. Silky, tell us a little bit about you and your content creation journey, my dear.
I've been streaming since 2016. I got into Twitch because of my husband. It was one of those moments, you hear the stories about, people don't understand why people watch gamers stream. Like I had that
Mhm.
mentality for like maybe like a couple months. It just didn't make sense to me. Like, why aren't you playing the games? Because he's also a gamer. And then I was sitting down one day watching like a football game, and I'm like, it's kind of the same thing, just not football. It's gaming. I'm like, okay, this makes sense. So I'm like,
Yeah.
let me get. 'Cause I'm a gamer too, but my life was so busy at the time, I didn't have time to really like game anymore. So I said to myself, let me get into this whole Twitch situation and see what it's all about. So I created an account, and the rest is history. And here I am. So I play a lot of AAA games, a lot of indie games. I do meal prep streams every Sunday. So yeah,
Oh, meal prep.
yeah, man, every Sunday.
Wow. Do you meal prep for the week?
Yeah, well, that's the plan. Doesn't last that long, but that's the goal. Like by
That's
Wednesday, I'm like,
awesome.
and we're out of food. I'm like, okay.
And we're out of food. Right. Yep. That's what was happening when I was meal prepping too. I would think it would be for the week, but it'll be like Tuesday night. I'm like, oop, we only got breakfast left. Now what are we gonna
Right?
do? Eat
It's
again?
like we're in
Yeah.
route.
Well, that's awesome. Well, we're happy to have you a part of the Tiltify
Thank you.
community and, of course, a part of the Twitch community.
Of
And what
course.
you're doing is amazing. And I know you have two little ones, correct?
I
So,
do.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're just a superhero. You do it
I
all.
mean, I people always ask me like, how do you do it? And I'm just like, you just do.
Do it.
This is
You just
it
do
is
it.
what it is. Yeah.
Do the best you can, right? To the best of your
Exactly.
ability. Mhm. Yes,
Exactly.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, thank you for sharing a little bit about your journey so far. Excited to see what you do and, the rest of 2022. Boo.
Mhm.
But, you are fairly new to fundraising.
I am, yeah.
wanted to talk to you about your experience so far using the Tiltify platform and being able to fundraise with your community. How is that?
It's fantastic. Tiltify is like the best thing possible. I remember before I was even aware of Tiltify, I did like a very small charity like stream or event, but like I didn't have Tiltify, and I felt very uncomfortable taking money from people like through my donation link, and then taking that money. I mean, I donated it obviously, but I just felt it didn't feel right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mhm.
So being aware of Tiltify and using this platform has been just amazing. It just makes my life so much easier. People can see that, the money is going to this charity. There's not coming to me directly at all. I don't see a single penny of it. It goes right to the charity, and like my hands are kind of clean of it. So it's really, really great. I love it so much.
Yes, I'm happy you like Tiltify because you love it for all the same reasons I do. Of course, I
Yeah.
work here, but I mean, so
A little
so
bias.
a little biased, but you don't have to handle the money. It goes straight to the cause.
Exactly. Like
You don't
like
go
I said, like
handle
it felt so I didn't like it felt very unnerving. Like I don't want this money in my hand, in my account. Like just here, you take it. So then Tiltify came around. I'm like, this is like a godsend. This is the perfect thing you can use if you want to raise money. There's so many charities on there too. There's some I've never was even aware of. Then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I mean, maybe down the road I'll raise money for this charity at some point in time. So it's really, really cool.
Yes, yes. I am happy to hear that, and of course, Tiltify has come a long way too. It has
Yeah.
changed a lot for these last couple of
Hmm.
years. Of course, it's getting better and easier for us as creators. I'm like, wow, can it get even easier? But of course it can.
Of course.
We're still working on it because we are so busy as creators. We just want to pick a cause, get set up, boom, let's get to fundraising.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I'm happy that Tiltify makes it easy in just a few
It's
minutes.
definitely yeah, it's definitely less stressful than trying to do it on your own and trying to, like, figure out how to, like, get the funds to somebody or whatever, or the charity cause, so, yeah.
All right, we talked a little bit about why you love Tiltify and fundraising. So, thank you for using our platform and thank you for being a part of our community, Silky. We really
Absolutely.
appreciate it. Now, let's talk a little bit about the causes you fundraise for. What causes did you fundraise for?
St. Jude. I mean, got the shirt. Did the
Heck
thing.
yeah, love it.
St. Jude. I just raised money for, oh my goodness, what is it called? I'm raising money right now for a Sunshine Foundation, which is kind of like a,
Oh,
it reminds me of, it's like a Canadian foundation, kind of
mhm.
like Make a Wish. So I raised money for kids that have been injured or a little less fortunate, and allows them to be able to play video games or go on trips and everything else. So doing that right now. I call them my mini streams. So I don't mean sorry mini charities,
Yes,
where like I have like a small goal of like 100, $200, because in my eyes every penny counts. So if I can raise $100, I'm very content with that. So that's kind of what
yes,
my goal
ma'am.
for the year is to do, like little mini charities, and have my two big ones for like St. Jude and Extra Life. Those are my two big ones I do every year. But yeah, so that's the goal, is to kind of try and find smaller charities that are not as well known, like how St. Jude is. St. Jude is like, that's a beast, where there's also a lot of smaller charities that could use a little help here and there. So yeah, I'm doing Sunshine. I did another one called Starlight Foundation. Same thing,
Yep.
charity for kids. Obviously I'm very much into kids. I have my kids of my own. Like my daughter was premature, so I like to help kids that may have had some side effects from prematurity as well. Um, I'm hoping to also raise money for like the Ronald McDonald House in the future this year. So yeah, those are kind of the ones I'm looking for. I tend to steer towards charities for children because, like I said, I'm a mom. So, and I have friends who have kids who have had injuries or who have been in hospitals for months and years at a time. So, I feel like they're suffering, their pain, and I have empathy for them. So, if I can help another family in any way, by raising money, I feel like I've done my job for the day. So, yeah,
Yes, that's amazing. Aw. I think it's super important to fundraise for causes you're passionate about. So that is exactly what you're doing.
yeah,
And supporting kids in every way, shape, or form. Child welfare is super important to me as well. So that's amazing. So Sunshine Foundation and St. Jude and Starlight, amazing causes. So you're fundraising right now currently, you
yeah,
said.
yes.
Beautiful.
I
And
am. Right now, I'm
and
raising for the Sunshine Foundation, so that's the current mini charity I'm doing right now. So,
lovely. And what incentives do you have for your campaign right now, or are you just fundraising with your community?
mm, there's always incentives. You know how it is. Come on. I usually stick to my try and true. So usually there's like Bean Boozled. I'm not a fan of pickles, so I'll eat some pickles. I'll do shots of
Ooh.
pickle juice or olive juice because, again,
Ooh.
I don't like pickles or olives. I'll eat
Mm,
olives. I'll try and sneak in, if I can, the occasional like spicy bean, but those things are, listen, those are hot. Those are
they're
so
hot.
hot.
They're so hot for
Listen,
no reason.
for
Ooh.
no, I'm like, how? The first bean I got, no, the second one I got was the Carolina Reaper. Now, someone who doesn't really eat a lot of spicy food, like I like my food that are hot, but not like crazy hot.
Yeah,
So having to do a Carolina Reaper was just complete torture. I was like suffering for a good hour and a half. I'm like, the milk's not helping, the ice is not helping, the drinks aren't helping, the air is not helping, nothing helped.
poor baby. You sound like yes. Yeah, I had $100 incentives for the spicy beans. I'm like,
Ugh,
uh-uh,
I tell
you
you,
gotta pay for that one,
right?
And the first one I got was Carolina
Exactly.
Reaper. It was Carolina Reaper. I said, "Wow, my community hates me. They just want me to suffer." And
Right?
it's okay. It's okay. It's for the kids. It's for
It's
the kids.
for the kids. It's
Oh,
for
yeah, they're
whomever. It's
really
for
spicy.
they're
They're really
brutal.
spicy. Oh, but those are still some good incentives. Of course, our communities love to torture us for charity. It's okay. It happens just only a couple times a year, so it's not too bad. And, we'll do anything to raise
Mhm.
money, right? Mhm.
Oh yeah.
So that's awesome. I love that. I'm so excited to see all the different causes you support this year, and especially with St. Jude. And if you support Starlight again, that's awesome. And again, I know you're
Yeah.
new to fundraising, so it's always great to see your journey from your first fundraiser to now and seeing all your growth for the next the next couple
Yeah,
years
I'm
that you'll be
excited.
sharing with. Yeah. So I know that you have learned from your first fundraiser to now. What things did you learn throughout all your different fundraising from your first one? Because, our first one always isn't what it should be, or, we learn things from our first one, like, oh, I should have did that differently or that differently. What have you learned from your journey so far of fundraising?
So, not realizing that I could actually put in, like, in through Tiltify my incentives and my milestones, I just kinda had it as, like, a command in my chat.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't realize this because that's, like, I mean, they've always been there, I just never clued in for some reason. And then I was in someone else's stream, and I was like, "They're right there, like, on the link, you can click on exactly what you want to do with your money, and you can donate $5 for, like, a bean." Why did I do it the hard way by typing up this whole command for no reason?
Right, right,
I
right.
don't know how I just it blew right past me. I didn't recognize, I didn't see it. I must have been just to like focus on the money, the amount, and then make sure it was like published. And then I just left it alone and I didn't want to touch it again.
Well, I'm glad you know to do that now. You do your milestones, your incentives, your polls, even your schedule. You can
Yes.
add your
All
schedule
the
in your
all
campaign
the
too.
things.
Yes. See, it's okay. We all learn from our first
Yeah,
fundraiser,
of
okay?
course.
And I think language is something we learn too. I know I've learned different CTAs for my community and how to fundraise and different incentives for different games I play. Yeah, it's always a journey. And I think every single fundraiser, you learn something new, in
Yeah,
my opinion.
absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
I always, I work here and I learn new things every time I fundraise. I'm like, oh, I can do that.
Like
So
this
it
is
just,
new.
yay. And it just makes the journey fun.
Oh
And
yeah.
I want to ask you, how does it feel to have an online community to do good with?
So good. So good. Cause like even the first couple of charities, I was like, who's gonna come here and like donate money? There's there's not gonna happen. And like it was crazy. I was like, oh my gosh. Like I raised my goal within the first like 2 weeks. I'm like, I guess I gotta raise my goal again. I'm like, this is
Oh,
fantastic.
yeah.
It's amazing to know that the community out there, especially my community, is like, you know what? I want to see Silky suffer. So here is $10 for a bean. I'm like, you know what? It's worth it.
Worth it. Yes, 100%. That's awesome. Yeah. I still can't believe that we even have the Tiltify platform and we get to do
Yeah.
good with ease and we don't have to stress about
It's
anything.
such a good feeling, to be able to raise the money and not have to stress about getting like I said before, getting the funds to whatever charity you're raising money for. It's fantastic. It really is.
Yes, it is. That's awesome. I wanted to ask you too. Again, you are new to fundraising, but you're a pro now. You have done a couple fundraisers at this
I
point.
mean,
If
I've been around the block a couple times now.
yeah. Say there's a new creator that wants to do their first fundraiser. What advice would you give them for their first campaign?
I would start your goal not too high. Don't get overzealous. Have a moderate goal and just have fun with it. People will come and if they see that you're raising money and you have the overlay with the information there and a link to if they want to get more information about the charity, if they want to donate, they'll donate for sure. You'll be amazed at how many people want to help you raise money and get to your goal, especially if there are incentives. The
Yeah,
incentives are like, I just want to see this person just suffer just a little bit. Just a
just a
little
little
bit.
bit.
Yeah.
Yes, I really want to stress just having fun with it.
Absolutely.
Even if it's a cause that you really really feel deeply about, still making that experience fun and educating your community on that cause
Mhm.
is important. Just make it fun. And sometimes you don't even need incentives, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't need them. I've seen a lot of successful fundraisers without any kind of milestone or polls or incentives, but
They're just
they
there to
are
just to
there.
help raise the money. Yeah.
They're there to help you raise the money and make that experience fun. So, yeah, the Tiltify platform, we let you do whatever you want, doing some good. Okay, you have options, so many options, and even
Oh,
at
so many options.
so many options. And our overlay feature makes it easy for you. You just add your alert box, your progress bar, boom, add it to your stream, easy.
Done and
Again, that
done.
is our ultimate goal, just making the process easy. You're doing the hard work. We want to assist you with the platform, making sure that money gets to the cause and making it as
Yep.
easy as possible. So,
Absolutely.
yes, yes. And Silky, I am so proud of you, and I can't wait to
Oh,
tune in to your
thank you.
stream to see your fundraising right now with Sunshine Foundation. That is amazing work and definitely a cause to fundraise for, and that's fairly new. So definitely, if you are all wondering what Sunshine Foundation is, you can search it up on Tiltify, and you can start fundraising as well. And there's 8,000 different charities on our platform that you can support
There's
too.
so many
So
charities. It's
many.
amazing. It's so amazing.
And Silky, I wanted to ask you, if your community was listening to you right now, what thank you message would you give them right now?
Oh, I would just tell them how much I appreciate them and how unexpected they are with their love and their generosity when we raise money for charities, because it always blows my mind how people come out of nowhere I haven't seen in like months. Are just like, "Oh, you're raising money? I want to help." It's just so
Yes.
heartwarming to know that there is such greatness and people care in the world, especially in the world we're living in today. It is such a
Yeah.
heartwarming feeling to know that people still want to help others, even if they're not doing great. They still want to know, they know that someone else is worse off, and like, hey, just $2. I mean, it helps. It helps somebody. So I just thank you
Hmm.
so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, and does your community have a name?
The Silky Smooth Crew.
The Silky Smooth Crew. Shout out to the Silky Smooth Crew. Thank you for supporting Silky and her fundraising endeavors. I absolutely adore her. She is wonderful, and I'm just excited to see all the more work you get to do with your community. So
Yeah, I'm excited.
thank you for chatting with me. Thank you.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
And we want the folks to be able to find you on socials so they can support and uplift you. So where can they find you on socials, my dear?
Oh boy. Okay, so you can find me on Twitch and on Twitter and on YouTube and on Hover at SilkyC. I had to think about this here. You can find me on Instagram at SilkyC13. And I think that's it. I think that's it. Oh,
Think that's it?
Snapchat, but I mean SilkyC31. What's around me there too. So yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, my dear.
Thank
Everybody, thank you
you.
so much for listening to us. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Make sure you follow Silky on all her social links that will be listed down below and go support her. And again, have a wonderful day and be safe out there, y'all. Bye.
Yeah. See ya.